When he had finished speaking to Saul, the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was on him and gave it to David, and his clothing, even including his sword, his bow, and his sash. David went out whenever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely, and Saul set him over the men of war. The women sang to one another as they played, and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. Saul was very angry, and this saying displeased him. He said, They have credited David with 10,000s, and they have only credited me with thousands. Saul had this spear in his hand, and Saul threw the spear, for he said, I will pin David to the wall. David escaped from his presence twice. Saul was afraid of David, because Yahweh was with him, and had departed from Saul. Only be valiant for me, and fight Yahweh's battles. Saul spoke to Jonathan his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, greatly delighted in David. Jonathan told David, saying, Saul my father seeks to kill you. Jonathan spoke good of David to Saul his father, and said to him, Don't let the king sin against his servant, against David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his works have been very good toward you. For he put his life in his hand and struck the Philistine, and Yahweh worked a great victory for all Israel. You saw it and rejoiced. Why then will you sin against innocent blood, to kill David without cause? Saul listened to the voice of Jonathan, and Saul swore, As Yahweh lives, he shall not be put to death. Jonathan called David, and Jonathan showed him all these things. Saul sought to pin David to the wall with the spear, but he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he struck the spear into the wall. David fled and escaped that night.